It is the NFL on EA Sports, and it will likely be the final season in which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Monday, down. 185. There's a party now. Check. Choke. Easy. Kill. He's coming. Double up. Express. Switch. Sponge. No. That's it.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
What's up? 7:34. What's up?
Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March, came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. No. Off. Check 9. Deuce right, Chief.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Crowell. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Hey, Delta! Left. Watch quick. Watch the twist.
Now Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these 2 squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. Rivers now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Hey, Rocket. Right there, 56. Here we go. Hey, Haywood. Here we go. Hey, go Orange.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so. But I think, and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 87 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers, and he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
180. 55, mark, 55.
Rivers again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Chargers.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Focus, defense, focus. Watch twitch. Hey, easy, easy. Out, out, out.
Now Gordon on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Not today, you want. Not today. Load it. You load it. You got motion man right there. Hey, Delta. Check 59, Mike.
Here's Rivers. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now this pass brought in by Brown. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger, so he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down again. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr gives to Richard. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Benjamin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Round 80! Round 80! Red Delta! Mike 59! Mike 59! Yo, 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 yo! Hey, Echo! 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from second to third down.
They're 180! Black 15! Ain't no such thing as a loss. Wait, 89! Hey, 50! 50's the mic, 50's the mic! Hey, man. Hey, here we go. He's on!
To the air again here, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I'm here all day.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Zachary 90. Hey, bro, 80. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. 50's the money. 50. Hey, 79. 79. Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Markel Lee coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All day, baby, all day. 50's the Mike, 50's the Mike. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Mike 50, Mike 50. What's the run? They're running it. Mike, hey, hey, hey.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on first and 10. Now Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 27th, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 7:34. March 49. March 49. Base. Watch. White. Switch.
This is Crowell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
White down. 180. 694. We got it. March 49.
On 3rd down, Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rivers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Crowell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Down. You want it, eh? I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Later one. Hey, watch it.
They'll run it again with Crowell. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rivers.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, wait. Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm coming for you, Mike. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Right here, right here. Wait, 89.
From the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. 4th down, Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Mike 56. Mike.
Throwing again. Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
56.
They'll throw again. Rivers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Markel Lee able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Load it. Load it. 56. Hey, downtown.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Look.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, you have about 95% chance of winning it.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position. Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers. I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much? I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers, he's airing it out for Williams. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it. They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Cut. 56 to Mike. Check 56. Here we go. 56. Mike 56.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Load it! Load it!
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. And we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
1st down, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Black 15!
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Left!
56.
Hey, exit.
I got you, son. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. What we got?
Load it! Load it!
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
180! 180!
56. Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it! Load it!
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Man.
Red!
Mike 56.
White, 89!
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen, the intended receiver.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Carr now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And all the way up to the 49. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Express!
49.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Raiders 30, Chargers 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see